third party teaser was today. Now that I think about it, I don't know.
You'll figure it out.
We're live. Picks and Parlays, Bet Win Repeat Show. I'm your host, Detroit Lenny, here, joined with my two favorite knuckleheads. Game Time Decision Reunion. Nick and Tim Earl from Earl Sports Bets. If you haven't checked them out, they're streaming on their channel right now, as well as Picks and Parlays. But if you guys don't know, you're living under a rock of some sort. I don't know. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Nick and Tim Earl from Earl Sports Bets. We appreciate them, as always, coming on. We should have some. I'm hoping we can get. I'm waiting for Tate the Great to get in here in the chat. I messaged him and let him know.
I want to wish Tate a happy anniversary.
I know he's. I messaged him.
I really want to wish him a happy anniversry of 16 years ago. If you don't know,
I can't believe it's been 16 years. First
16
of all,
years.
I know exactly where I was.
Wasn't that their first year at FBS too?
No, they were still FCS at the time.
Oh, they were still FCS at the time.
They were still FCS at the time, and Michigan was looking for national championship that year. And
needless to say, they didn't win it.
No, they didn't make it. Not even close. After that loss, no, they're done. You're toast.
I remember. Do you know certain games you know exactly where you were at when you won that bet or lost that bet?
Yeah,
I know exactly where I was at for that game. I was at my cousin Johnny's house watching it. Huge Michigan fan. All his buddies over there, and I left after because I had bet App State plus the points. I didn't take them. Plus, or I didn't take a money line or anything crazy like that. I couldn't.
There was no money line.
Yeah, there was a two-finger Timmy down the street that I was betting off of. Okay, and I bet the points with them. Won a nice little $100. It was easy. It was easy money.
Oh yeah, I mean when they win and they're 4 touchdown, 5 touchdown dogs.
Exactly. So, but I talked a lot of trash and got a little, there was a few Powerades involved. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and I was a little, I was intoxicated to say the least. So it was best I left because I was probably going to get my ass beat by about 6 of his buddies.
Probably. So good job for leaving.
This is the same cousin that we fist fought. We wrestled in his front lawn because I called Barry Sanders a quitter. How dare you do that at my kitchen table? He's the biggest Barry Sanders fan. That's my family, folks. We ain't right.
We won't get involved in that discussion.
Have you two fist fought or wrestled over a sports wager?
No.
I'm curious.
No, we've wrestled each other trying to choke each other out just for the fun of it.
Tuesday?
There'd be nights when we first got to Greenville that me, Nick, and our roommate Sean, love you, brother. Anyway, we would all just wrestle, try to we would grapple each other in the middle of the living room, and all of a sudden our girlfriends would come in because you thump, 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 thump.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we're just wrestling each other. It was fun.
Boys were being boys. No big
boys being boys, right?
Yeah, we try to choke each other out, and then at the end of the day,
you guys, I was on Utah, so
I was as well.
The biggest public play of the week, the ranked team that only had to win by a touchdown cash. So I was not on that side.
Here's the thing for me. No, you can't play that because I can turn around and say fade the injury report because the line plummeted 5 points when Cam Rising went out.
Right.
And one thing because I cashed multiple plays on that game, I had the Utes -6.5 full game, and I had the Florida Gators team total under 19.5. I cannot believe people were putting their money on Graham Mertz still to play quarterback.
Listen,
he's got to be one of the worst Division I quarterbacks, and he's continuing to play in the Power 5.
Yeah.
We saw what that Wisconsin offense was with Graham Mertz the last 4 years. We think it's going to be better with the mediocre at best Florida Gators team.
Florida was better than
the only reason why people were betting Florida was because
the damn Netflix special came out.
That was it.
No, I think it was. Not only that, I think that Netflix special came out and it was Swamp Kings, and they're talking about Tim Tebow and all the glory days of Florida. And I'm like, look, man, I watched the same special you did, and now I'm on Utah even more. So, Tate, this might be the best comment of the day. Took a bathroom break from a meeting just to jump on and say hail to the victors. So he's currently in a stall somewhere in an office building taking a dump just to talk shit to us. This I love.
Uh-oh.
Shit. Everybody sit up straight. Damn it, Tim. I knew this was going to happen. I had a feeling this was going to happen.
Yeah.
See, we're all in trouble. All right. Tim, turn your hat around. Tim, look right.
Sorry.
Come on. Okay, big comments. Hey! Look who it is. Surprise. What's up,
I had to get on after what a start to college football, huh, last night?
Oh, it was beautiful last night. If I stayed off the Kent State game, I would have swept the board.
Yeah, me too.
So I went to High Point University yesterday. Tuesday night. We took a tour on Wednesday with my guess would be my stepson basically. And so as we're driving the West Virginia Turnpike down Tuesday night, Kent State's trailer, the equipment trailer passes us. I thought it was like a sign from God that you might want to give Kent State all the points. So I did.
Nope.
No.
I had him even on a teaser plus 42.5, and I'm like,
I had the under 2, and they scored a touchdown with like a minute to go. I'm like, really? Did you really have to make it 56-6? You really have to do that?
I was kind of, when a coach leaves to go become assistant coach somewhere else, I don't care. That probably should have
that's a red flag.
And then 11 new starters. I was like,
on offense,
I don't even know that's possible. You tell them you don't have
everybody
one
on offense was new.
You don't have one holdover on offense. You know what I mean? Like
they had none, and they had 5 on defense.
It's crazy.
4 on defense. 4 on defense.
I was at a high school football game for my son last night, and he great game for him. Shout out Hunter, my little buddy, freshman football, two touchdowns, a 2-point conversion, 10 carries, 94 yards. Shout out.
Woo!
That's damn good boy. I'm going to count that, even though the 54-yard touchdown run that he had got called back for holding him. Count that in the stats.
So Lenny, I was expecting a message from you, maybe a text, something. The new Better's Edge show came out. We did a kind of a trial run on. Did you see what I picked?
Did you see what I picked? So I talked to
I watched
yesterday.
that before the video was released because I was when I was uploading videos, I uploaded a couple and then I saw they uploaded that. It was still private at the time, and I'm just sitting there watching when the video was still private. I'm like, all right, that's pretty good. Yeah,
I watched it. I loved it. I told Handy yesterday. I loved it. Loved the set, the whole vibe. I loved all that. I ain't gonna lie. I gave you a thumbs up button, but I turned it right off as soon as Craig Trapp said he hated.
I 100% agree with your
I
Lions.
didn't say I hated the Lions.
I was like, he's doing this just to piss me off.
I didn't say I
agree with the Lions look though. I agree with it.
I said I still think they can win the division at 9-8. I just think are they a double-digit win team? That's
no.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes.
Because
they're
Detroit,
I'm telling you right now,
play that division is so tough. They could play a tie, so that means they would have to go 10
There's no ties. There's no ties in the North. We play to the death.
I think they go 8-9 and 5-12 ATS. I think they're a bottom 5 ATS team this year, and they're extremely overhyped because I don't know why.
Probably a bottom 5 ATS team.
I love Dan Campbell.
I don't know.
I love last year's I think the Hard Knocks and Dan Campbell, the Hard Knocks from last year and Dan Campbell, gives them a lot, and they were exciting and fun to watch because they were in almost every game.
So I think, let me ask you. Okay, we don't think they win double digits, right? They finished 8-2 in the last 10. They finished the season 9-8. You're gonna tell me they haven't learned, and you're gonna take some of that momentum from last season into they don't get one more win.
8-9 or 9-8. They were pretty healthy team last year.
Jared Goff goes up. I also saw in the beginning.
No Hawkinson.
I also saw somebody from BetMGM tweet out saying that their biggest liabilities this year for win totals, for make the playoffs, to win the division, to win the Super Bowl, to win the conference,
Lions.
Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year, are all Lions.
Yep.
Their biggest liability. The books would absolutely love it if the Lions finished 7-10 this year.
Yeah, or 9-8. 9-8, they don't win any of those awards, and they're the underwin total. And they're not.
I'm not worried about Hawkinson leaving, by the way, because we did better in the second half of the season after he left to Minnesota.
Well, I think that helped him early in the year, though.
Yeah, it did, but he was a
good tight end.
Too much on him. They made him spread the ball around.
A good tight end for an average quarterback, which is what Jared Goff is, or maybe slightly above average. A tight end is like gold because you don't have to throw it to the out, where it's that's where bad things happen in the NFL.
what's all the hate on Jared Goff? I'm not a Jared Goff.
I'm not
lover,
hating.
but
I'm not hating.
not
I
I'm
just
not a
think it's
hater on
realistic.
Jared Goff. Guy had single-digit interceptions last year.
No,
Like-
but interceptions and turnovers can somewhat be a little random because of
Yes.
tip balls. And
I
that.
still think that interception should be a wide receiver stat, but
No.
they could be a wide receiver stat.
So I like that take. The
Yeah.
take though that I about hit my jaw hit the ground because we talked about it before. Of course, going live. Pony having the over on the Rams, and then of course, a day later, Cooper Kupp's questionable for the start. I was like, oh
Yeah. People drafted him in our fantasy
I like
league
the
last
Rams
night.
week 1.
I like the Rams week 1. I do.
Without Cooper Kupp though.
I don't care. The thing is, I look at it and
I don't like the Rams at all.
it's that 5.5 number. It's that 5.5 number that just is.
What?
Seattle
there's two
made the
teams that are
playoffs
tanking
last
this
year.
year.
They look really good. What?
There's two teams that are tanking this year for Caleb Williams.
Arizona.
Obviously, Arizona. They were like,
What?
hey,
Arizona's
Should be
tanking?
Denver. Should be Denver.
They were like, hey, you can have a good backup quarterback, and your quarterback's probably going to miss the first 5 to 6 weeks. They were like, let's cut him. That was crazy.
Now,
And then
also, Arizona traded Isaiah Simmons for a 7th round pick.
Dude, I remember when
That's
that
a
guy
great
came out
pickup
to
for the
draft
Giants. I
Lions.
love that pickup.
if
I
you're the
drafted
Rams,
Darren
though,
Waller for the Giants this year in fantasy.
Giants are going to be good this year. I'm
I
telling you,
can't
Giants are gonna
believe
be good
that
this year.
dude made it to the 5th round.
all
I
the
was
teams
like,
last year that were bad pretty much took quarterbacks. So it's like Arizona and LA both, I think, are going to be all
I
in
think
on the
LA,
Cowboys.
you got to keep in mind, though, last year they were bad, but Stafford got hurt.
They
Cup
were
got
injury
hurt.
ridden.
Everybody got
but
hurt.
Stafford's now old.
McVay,
Yeah.
I think McVay can still win games with this team if they're healthy.
I mean, he's still got.
I can
Aaron
understand
Donald,
why he
still
took
got-
the over 6.5 because, I mean, it feels like I've heard from everybody that the Rams are falling apart. Like they're a team that is going to win 3 games this year. I don't see it. I can see them being
I
7-10.
think they can upset week 1 against Seattle.
Yeah,
I still don't think Matt Stafford's arm is right.
It's
Probably
his
not.
back. He's got back problems, and that
It
stuff
sounded like
lingers.
he really needed surgery and he didn't get it. And he's just like,
Mhm.
hey, we're going to rest it kind of thing. And that has worked for quarterbacks in the league. Don't get me wrong. But you're talking a guy that has exceptional arm talent. And, that was his thing. Is like he had as good arm talent, if not better, than everybody else in the league. If that's not quite right, then all those throws that he makes, he's an average quarterback because now he's
And now he's an old.
he's an average quarterback that stat pads.
throws a lot of interceptions usually.
Stop hating on the stat pad shit, because he did that when he was with the
Hack the
Lions,
Stafford.
and it is what it is. I mean,
Well, when you play on a bad
are
team,
you really going to qualify a quality passing yard as opposed to a non-quality passing?
no, but if
yard?
you're playing on a bad
Yes.
team, you're more likely to get over. Hey, hold on one second. I gotta let the dog out. This damn dog.
Damn.
Have fun.
Thanks. Don't worry, Craig. Take your time. We're live. It's no big deal.
We'll pull them out for a minute. That's
fair.
fine.
All right, everybody, listen. We got to get together. Start eating now while the boss is gone.
Oh, I don't have
Cookies?
any
Oh,
food. I'm gonna
cookie.
get
A cookie.
Hurry up, teacher's not looking.
I've got some of these. Lenny, do you want to? Nick, do you want some chocolate Oreos? We got some
I would
chocolate
love
Oreos.
some.
Love you too, Lenny. I appreciate that.
I mean that. Hey, Jesse Schul's got a good comment here. It could be like errors in baseball. It goes to either quarterback or wide receiver.
Correct.
I like
that's,
that.
That's what I was thinking. So that
If it's a bad interception, like he throws it right to the cornerback's hands, that's on the quarterback. But if it hits the wide receiver's hands,
yeah,
it is a interception on the wide receiver.
correct.
What is happening here? Here's what's happening.
We're talking
Trying to
football
shovel
and how
as
the
much
Detroit
food in our
Lions are going
mouth
to
before
suck.
The teacher comes back.
No, we're talking the Detroit Lions and how badly they're going to suck this year.
By the way,
We're not doing
are you
that.
still in, Tim? Are you still in this
Yes.
tournament? Okay.
Yes.
We're not.
I'll
We're not.
I'll
Doing
tell
that.
you too.
We're not spending the show talking about shit on my Lions. We're not doing that.
No, we're not.
Why not? That sounds like fun.
The Rams will stink. Bold take.
chocolate
Bold
Oreos.
take, Higgs. Forks, chocolate
Get
Oreos.
yourself a can of tuna. Come on in.
Yeah, grab a thing of tuna. You can come on in too. Come on, hang out with
Wait,
us.
boss is returning.
You gotta
Boss
have a can of
boss-
tuna.
boss-
Don't
All
come
right,
without
guys.
tuna.
Boss man's back.
All right,
Everybody-
yeah. Oh.
All right. So
Wait,
I've got one question, and the reason actually I got on was this question. Stanford, Hawaii tonight. I mean, I am like, Before
It's
what
Stanford
did you first of all, before the Hawaii Vanderbilt game, I was like, Hawaii might be one of the worst 5 teams in college football. And then all of a sudden they weren't, at least not in that game. Now they have to travel. What was that game? Was that game on that game ended at like Saturday night at like damn near midnight, right?
Yeah, I ended up taking a shot at the end of the game when they scored and made it a 1-score game. I took a small shot on Hawaii at 25-1, and they got the ball back. I was like, "Oh!" And then
you knew they were going to go for 2 if they scored too. They were.
Oh yeah, I had them plus 10 and plus 17. Here's the thing: if you want to back Hawaii, you missed your line.
Yeah, today's not the day.
I mean, you could have gotten 7.5. You could have gotten 10.
No. You could have gotten 9. You could have gotten 9.
Now it's a 3. I took Stanford money line at 145.
Yeah, we're on Stanford tonight.
I got Stanford money line. I might have a -3. I also have them in a
Hawaii.
teaser at +3.
Like
it's
I mean,
all day.
So say they got back their time Sunday. I mean, to have really, and after you play a game, Monday would have been like rest day. I mean, they basically have Tuesday, Wednesday, walk through Thursday against the rest of Stanford team. Now, granted, Stanford is not the world beaters in the Pac-12, and this is a team that's kind of, like they're one of the homeless. Yeah, like they don't know where they're going to be.
They're not homeless anymore.
A
Did
better
anybody see
team
the
than
ESPN notification this morning? It's going to be California, Stanford, and SMU all got invited to the ACC.
That's so stupid. So stupid.
Really?
We're about to have like 5 conferences total.
I heard it was they didn't actually vote on it.
Oh, I got the ESPN notification saying that the ACC invited them. That does not mean they're in yet, but I got the notification that they got invited.
They voted and put them in. I just saw the notification on ESPN.
There you go.
So they're not homeless anymore.
No,
but it's a team that, like, it's not – I don't know. I think it's a tough spot for Stanford. Traveling to Ireland is never easy. And I think it's an extremely tough spot for Hawaii.
I mean, yeah, Hawaii had to travel from Tennessee back to Hawaii. Stanford could have been in Hawaii for a week by now.
I think someone said they got in on
where they're staying
Tuesday or something. Someone I think tweeted that, or I don't. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. But to me, I don't know that game. Everybody wants to know that game. I've gotten so many messages from my subscribers.
I took a stab with Stanford, and I got a bad line. I got the over earlier in the week at 60.5. I think they're expecting some storms. It's down to a 55. So I don't know about the total anymore.
I think what screwed the total up in this game is if you watch the Vanderbilt game, which I did. They went for it and they were in the red zone 3 times and didn't get any points.
They went for it.
They didn't get any points.
Not one.
So if they just kick field goals there, look at the total of that game. If they get 1 touchdown or 2, I mean, it completely changes the scoring and thus the total for this game because some people are just like extrapolate the numbers type of people, which is like the worst way to bet totals because if you're not watching the game, that sort of thing, like if you just watched the game and you saw the yards, they outgained Vanderbilt.
They were the better team.
Yeah.
That day they were the better team. Vanderbilt did not play well.
Mike's got a good question. Who do we think pulls off the upset tonight? Central Michigan or Miami, Ohio?
Miami, Ohio.
Lenny, plug your ears. I think you got a better chance.
Nope, we're not doing that. Not doing that today, Tim.
Ohio.
Not doing it today, Tim. Have an Oreo and a timeout. Timeout, Tim. Did you
seriously though?
I'm in the locker room, Tim. I'm in the locker room giving the best pep talk of my life.
If you're Miami of Ohio, though,
we'll bring
and you think you have a chance to win, and you're Gabbert, the quarterback, do you say what he said and came out and basically kind of like say, hey, we're going to win? I mean, that was not smart of Miami of Ohio.
Like, I liked Miami before he opened his mouth.
I
love him even more now.
I like the opposite. I mean, I took them. I gave them out on my videos where
I'm on the over.
Over? If Miami covers, it's going to be a low-scoring game. Because
I'm on Miami O.
I think this game might go into overtime.
I see the Miami O spot as the exact same spot as yesterday with UConn. NC State has Notre Dame up next. Miami has Texas A&M up next. That's a bigger matchup. They care a lot more about Texas A&M than Miami of Ohio.
Well, UConn was better than Miami of Ohio.
Correct, but that's still.
And they were at home. That's like, know how hot and humid it is in Miami, Florida this time of year? Now it's like I'm in Ohio. In fact, I'm in Ohio from my Cincinnati apartment's about 45 minutes. It's a little humid here, but let me tell you, it's 80 today. Like, so it's not like they're going to be dealing with that. And they're not a deep team. I could see cramps. And so I if you like Miami, you better hope it's under. You better hope it's an under game, because if this gets a track meet, not favoring Miami of Ohio. They don't have.
Do you think maybe the better look for that game is Miami, Ohio first half?
First half, yeah, maybe.
I might have to bet that.
I have the over in a teaser, over 39.5 or 39 or whatever. So I just need 40.
I would like the teaser if you're going over, but I would probably tease it up and go under. To be honest, I don't see Miami of Ohio scoring 20.
I see this game ended up like 27-17 Miami Hurricanes. That's how I really play this game out.
That's all right with me. That's all right with me.
27-17 Hurricanes.
Doesn't get the over.
It gets over 40.
Okay, well, it doesn't get over 40.
Craig obviously did not check out the best show on Picks and Parlays, the Parlay Party, streaming currently on the YouTube channel with your own Detroit Lenny
here's the
here.
key. I'm going to give you a little tip, Lenny. An old handicapper buddy told me this a long time ago. Never tease something that you wouldn't play straight up. The teaser is just extra. So if you don't think Miami can cover the over by the over 46, then don't tease it. Because those are just bonus
I think
points.
Miami's going to be okay. I think Miami's going to roll. And but I could see them not covering the 16 here or whatever that number's at. So they win by like 10, maybe by 2 touchdowns, something like that. But
27-17 under in Miami. I like that. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, my teaser.
But I don't think Miami Ohio is getting 17 though. I don't like. I kind of feel like they're probably getting to 10, and that's about it. I mean,
so what you're saying is Miami of Ohio outright winner. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
10-9. 10-9.
Yeah, there you go.
I might have to sprinkle them anyway.
Jesse Shule wants to get on your Better's Edge show. Jesse, you got to fly to Ohio.
That is an exclusive in-person show. Just me, Hannah, and.
I know you got to be in the cool kids club, Jesse.
All right, Louisville, Georgia Tech. Two teams in new coaches. Well, Georgia Tech was a holdover that he got
new quarterbacks.
New quarterbacks. I kind of think Louisville is a sneaky good enough to win an average ACC this year. At least make waves.
I think that's why I was mentioning. I think I did a free pick video on this one on ESB, and I mentioned how I think Louisville will be an 8-9 win team this year, and they will be a sneaky team to try to win the ACC. Do I think they're winning the ACC? Absolutely not. No, I think they could be a sneaky. I think they could be a little bit of a sneaky team, a dark horse, but no, the ACC until further notice is still Clemson's to lose.
Hey, Lenny, look up the odds to win the ACC championship game. I'm guessing it's Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina.
That's probably a good guess.
I believe so as well. Give me 2 seconds. I can get that up. Clemson plus 105, Florida State 175, North Carolina 10-1, Louisville 12-1, NC State 16-1, Miami 22-1.
Well, Louisville's fourth, right? So we're not so far off there. Now Georgia Tech is a team. I always hate teams that switch, especially from triple option to regular offense. Now we're joining the rest of the world. It takes, even with the transfer portal, it takes years. It's just everybody you've recruited has been built for us one system, and it's just I love Georgia Tech when they ran the triple option because it actually it's an interesting thing for bettors.
Right.
You can have strong opinions on, but man, now it would be tough for me to back Georgia Tech in this spot, even though they did finish the year somewhat strong after making the coaching change.
I don't like this game.
Yeah,
didn't
they beat UNC in the end of last year?
They beat two teams.
They beat UNC
last year. What was the other big upset they had?
Georgia Tech.
I don't remember.
Georgia Tech had 2 upsets at the end of the year, and it was this team had no reason to keep playing, and they did. They did play they played amazing. How about baseball? Anybody have anything they love today?
Oh boy,
I fired away on the card.
Houston Astros.
Really? I kind of think the Yankees run line.
Oh God, no. I'm on the Astros run line.
I don't think I think the Yankees were the worst team in baseball for 2 weeks. 10-day period where they won one game.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think now the number has went so far the other way. Like you used to be able to, like the Yankees would be favored if they've lost 6 in a row. Now they're plus 210 underdogs today. It's like if you're ever playing the Yankees, now's the time because you're actually getting some value on a team that's a huge public team.
I actually got a lot of baseball today, surprisingly, because I've been laying off, but I'm glutton for punishment.
Which one of the Earls loves the Orioles?
Me,
Tim.
Okay, I thought it was Tim.
I am on the
Every
Orioles.
single day. Every single day.
Orioles are a nice play today, I think.
I am on that.
I bet the Orioles pretty much every single day since Adley Rutschman came up last year.
Like Diamondbacks and the Reds are both teams that they had that really like hot kind of middle of the season. But since then, they're basically both 500 teams. And you're facing the best team in baseball. And you are getting, minus 120 or something like that? It's like, that seems like ridiculous value on Orioles.
Yeah.
It also is Cole Irving, who has not been great this year, which is why it's going to be a little bit of a closer line. But you get the Baltimore Orioles, who are the most profitable team in baseball. And that one, I don't believe it's particularly close. This is according to covers, so I don't know how they do it. But if you bet the Orioles every single day the entire year, you're up 27 units.
Yep.
The Nationals are number 2. You're up 24. I will say now, Nick, I lied this morning. The Orioles are no longer the most profitable road team in the MLB.
Washington?
That is the Nationals.
Yeah. And if you take the Nationals plus 1.5, they're like 42 and 21 or something.
I was riding that the entire series, Blue Jays series was their plus 1.5.
Yeah.
And it hit 2 out of the 3 games. So
3. And usually plus 1.5, still plus money.
Or it's minus 105. Yeah. So no.
If you look I think today,
and you gotta look because they're like 43 and 22 or 43 and 20, whatever it was, but they got like 10 less wins on the actual money line. So they've got like 10 or 12 road games this year that were 1-score games.
They're 5 games.
Imagine if the couple of those flipped. All of a sudden, you're looking at a Nationals team that's over 500 and fighting for a playoff spot.
They're 5 games in the win column behind Miami tonight.
Yeah, no, Miami is struggling. I kind of predicted Miami to fall off, and they completely did.
It makes sense though because they're not a deep team, that.
They've got a good pitching, but they have to have good offense too, and they just don't.
Well, I thought they were hitting above their, or they always say.
Plus, beginning of the year, you had Luis Ariz hitting 900, so.
Like when they were favored against the Tampa Bay last year, I was like, "Thank you."
Tampa Bay.
I
also love the Mariners today on the run line.
No,
it's that. I will say, I know we're Mets fans, but we also love betting
on the run line
plays.
Yeah,
Lenny, we also like betting the poop plays. The Mets and Mariners are a pick'em today. The Mariners are one of the hottest teams in baseball, and the Mets can't get out of their own way.
I got Mariners plus 145 in the run line, so I like that plus money.
If you're gonna take it,
you gotta take that.
I'm not gonna argue with that, but we're
you know what I mean. So I'm on the Braves Dodgers over too.
But I'm backing Kodai Senga. Senga is like the only pitcher I trust in this rotation right now.
He's the only reason I was a little hesitant on it last night when I bet it, and then I'm like, you know what? If I'm going, guys, I'll go. And then
I thought you were going to say the Tigers today.
No,
I do like the Tigers today.
I bet the Tigers, but that's
I don't bet AL Central games.
I don't like it either.
The White Sox at home. The fans are booing and chanting
it's Rodriguez,
to sell the team. Like he's been all up and down lately. That's but when he's right, it's a huge starting pitching edge if he's at his best. Now, he hasn't been super consistent. Is he a free agent?
Yes. He was almost traded at the deadline, and the Dodgers
wanted
him.
I knew he was almost traded,
no.
but I didn't know if he had one more year left or this was it. But
he said no straight up to the Dodgers.
I don't blame him. Obviously, there's a lot better weather in Detroit than there is LA.
All right, so there's one game though that I think we got to talk about if we're talking baseball. I mean, the Braves Dodgers. This could be super, a playoff matchup. That we will see. The Braves still, I think, are the best team in the NL, and I don't think it's particularly close. But it's a Dodgers team that's for once the Dodgers are kind of flown under the radar. I mean, you look up and they're what 83 and 70 something.
Yeah, I remember midway through the season, we're like, all right, this is the year. Dodgers take a step back, and then we look all of a sudden last week, and they're 31 games over 500, and went, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, I mean, Arizona fell off in that division. The Padres.
Oh yeah.
The Padres. I don't know why people are so high on the
Padres give the Mets a run for their money for most disappointing team this year.
I mean, I kind of thought the Padres were going to be the people that picked up Ohtani, and then they would fix two holes. One, they got another really good bat, and then they would have an ace pitcher. Well, now, Tommy John surgery, the pitching part, I don't think you can pay what they would probably have paid.
No,
I think
which means you can get Ohtani at a discount now.
But I think there are other teams that will still pay it. I think the Yankees will
100%.
Will still like bid them up, and maybe even the Red Sox. Those two teams, and then I think the Dodgers as well. I mean, the Dodgers are in on every player.
The Ohtani is the Dodgers to lose.
I mean, he says he wants to stay on the West Coast. At least that's the rumor. So you would think
that's Padres weird way to say the Mets, but okay.
The Mets probably could outspend them. I mean, the Mets. I always thought when the Mets traded away their two aces, Scherzer and Verlander, saved them tons of money. I'm thinking that's to go bid up Ohtani.
Yeah.
I don't know if you bid up a guy that's
it also could, if they don't get Ohtani, they can use that to go out and get multiple starting pitchers like Corbin Burns and Aaron Nola.
Extend Pete Alonso.
Ruin Ohtani's career.
And extend Pete Alonso.
Yes. The Mets. I'm on the over in that Braves-Dodgers game.
I was on the over last night. I have the Braves team total over.
8.5.
And I also took shots at Braves first 5 Braves full game.
Max Fried is like my kryptonite. You know,
I like home Urias.
If I bet against him, he's like the best pitcher in the world. And when I don't want to bet against him, he like has, it's like I just can't be right on Max Fried.
Of course.
Like the only guy I make money on when I play the Braves is what's it, Strider, whatever that guy is.
Strider.
That's your Strider. Said you guys been.
Did you say he's overrated?
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He throws a fastball and that's about it. He strikes out 12 batters and goes up 5 runs. Like that's the type of.
He's had this.
You think you can hit his fastball?
Yeah.
No.
Hit his fastball.
Not at all.
I said all he throws is a fastball. He'll get figured out eventually.
Well, How often would you guys say the line movement picks for the correct winner? Nick Earl, you follow line movements a lot. How much this question answer?
Depends on the line movement. I mean, it depends on the sport. Baseball, if it's a money line, the line movement, it can point more towards. I think the line movement does indicate where the market's like. But like if it's football, though, I'm going to say not as much because for baseball, the line movements, you can't turn a winner into a loser. A money line's a money line regardless.
Right.
For for football and basketball, if the line can go from a 3 to a 7, it lands on a 4, you get the 3, you're a winner, you get the 7, you're a loser. Like stuff like that. So it depends on the sport as well, because the markets can turn winners into losers for spread sports, not money line sports. So baseball, I think it's more to pay attention to than the spread sports.
Well, but remember, movement in the market, no matter if it's spread or money line, is based on the amount wagered, and that's how why it moves.
Yep.
Right.
So don't think of it always as, and sometimes it does move because a pitcher changed, obviously.
Or
an
injury, or somebody sitting out that game. Right.
In baseball, that happens. You see these big line movements. Almost always it's because of an injury, weather, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, in football, it's not. A lot of times it's because the amount of wagers that comes in, especially on NFL
money
in big college football games. You're talking about the worst NFL game of the week as far as money bet on that game is 100 times what's on a Major League Baseball, the best game of the same day. So when you see an extra $10 million shows up on the Michigan State Spartans, let's just say tonight, obviously the line's got to go up. It's just got to, and to try to attract the people on the other side. So people that chase the spread, say, oh, the sharp money and that used to be a thing because there wasn't stats out there. There wasn't, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't websites like ours that would talk about it. Now, everybody, the ESPN has a show, we have a show, everybody has shows talking about this stuff. If you try to follow the sharp money and try to find, it's very, very, very difficult.
That's fair. Bill McDonald says, what do you guys think about teasing all 4 college football games under today? It's plus 210. I'm never going to talk you out of plus money in a teaser.
Here's my advice to that. Number 1, don't tease totals. Number 2, don't tease college football. The only thing that you should be teasing, I know this goes against Lenny because Lenny loves his teasers, and I'm going to be doing teasers this year in the NFL. They have to follow a strict formula, though. I will tease dogs of 1 to 2.5 up through the touchdown, and I'll tease favorites of 6.5 to 8.5 down below a field goal. And the total for that game has to be below 49.5 to limit the variable of that game. That's the only way I'm teasing games. So I would say don't tease football or don't tease college football and don't tease totals. Totals are not worth teasing either.
Well, let's look at the games. Let's look at the games individually today.
I'm going to say no to all this though because there's 6, not 4.
Well, okay, let's just say Miami of Ohio. We talked about that game. I like the under there. I have an opinion. I have my best bets in the Central Michigan games. I won't say that game. Louisville, Georgia Tech. I actually think there's going to be a little more points scored than people think in that one. But when you tease it, we're talking a 7-point teaser, it would be 56.5.
Yeah,
that's probably still safe. And then the 4th game I'm guessing he's talking about would be Stanford, Hawaii. I actually think that's going to be a pretty high scoring game because, like I said, we talked about that.
I agree with that.
Those last week, all those points that they left on the field in the red zone, like that's not going to happen.
I think week 1 unders will be very profitable though. I'm on a lot of unders.
I did a 6-point teaser to 55.5. It took it under 55.5. I did
usually
do that.
Week 1
I don't
college
think
football and NFL is unders. So historically, it's
especially under. With the new rule here where the clock's continuing to run.
But it's not in the last 2 minutes. You know, they after the week 0, the games, because the argument was it was going to make games quicker.
Yeah,
it did not.
It did not. It was 2 minutes quicker as far as game start to finish. It just allowed them to put in more commercials, is what it did. They just extended the commercial breaks.
It's all about the dollars.
Now I think it's the last 2 minutes, or is it the last 3 minutes? It does stop like it used to after a first down.
2
in the 4th quarter. So
second and 4th quarter.
Which is when you're playing, when you need to play fast is in that time. So I don't think this is going to have that big of effect on the totals. And if it does, those lines will be adjusted by the betting markets very quickly. That's something that, total, there's way more total players, especially over players out there. So the books have to be
unders
really quick on
galore. Yeah. I remember last year in NFL, I want to say about 90% of my bets were unders for totals for the NFL last year. I think I went on a stretch where I went 6 weeks without betting an over in the NFL.
Higgs says, "Be on the lookout for early line head fake moves." Is he trying to pump fake me without pump faking me?
I would say the NFL is such a beast now that basically teams don't run the ball, that these totals get just crazy inflated, and all the rules.
I love divisional unders. I love primetime unders. I'll probably be on the primetime under for the Thursday game, but yeah,
that's a thing. Thursday night unders are a thing.
No, just primetime unders in general.
I know you I love Thursday night unders.
But the Monday night football games, 2 years ago, went over 70% or something. Then last year you saw those lines get ridiculously inflated. So then it was 70% under. So, you have to just see kind of where the lines are and see how these kind of shakes out, because sometimes the lines just adjust. Like I said, they've adjusted because of the offensive styles have changed.
College football clocks.
Yes, they have. I've noticed so many totals down. I think I'm only on 3 overs for tomorrow.
High 40s and low 50s in the NFL just didn't happen very often back in the day.
No.
Now it's a regularity.
I remember when 42 was a number. That was the number for NFL totals. And you're man, you think you're gonna get over? And the high scoring games were 45s, low. You barely got in the 50s in the NFL 20 years ago. And now,
all right. I got it. Skedaddle. How about that? I couldn't think of the word. But I want to leave one thing for the Twins.
Oh,
East Carolina this weekend. Give me some. East Carolina. I've been on them so much because what was their quarterback name the last fucking decade?
Colton Ahlers.
dude won me so
Mind
much
me.
money.
Love
Now,
him.
obviously, he's in the NFL for the
Seattle
Seahawks,
Seahawks.
right?
Practice squad. Seattle.
Seahawks practice squad.
So, what do we expect from Seattle or from East Carolina this weekend?
Why would you ask?
I want to see how Mason Garcia looks in a system set up for a right-handed quarterback. Because I take all of the film and everything from him last year and I throw it right out the window because he was set up in a left-handed quarterback setup because that's what Holton was. That's what Holton was for 5 years. There's a lot of promise with him. There's a lot of hype around him. I hope it comes through.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm betting ECU tomorrow. I hope they take down Michigan. I mean,
ECU outright.
I know Tate.
Oh,
I know Tate's not here, but 16 years ago today, happy anniversary to the Michigan Wolverines losing to App State. Who says another small team from NC can't go in there and win another one? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
But
they could cover.
if ECU wins this game, or if ECU keeps it close, it's because of their defense.
Yes.
They're bringing back a decent chunk of their defense, and they got a couple of nice transfers in there for their defense as well. A couple of 3-stars where I think they can actually,
So tell me this. I kind of saw this as this, and it sounds like you do as well. ECU and under, or Michigan and over.
Correct. Because
if it gets high scoring.
If Michigan's covering, they're scoring 55, 60 points.
I was going to say, if Michigan scores 55 points in this game, they're covering by a long shot. I think at max, ECU puts up 14 points.
Yeah.
I don't think
I was like, this scream correlated parlay game, no matter what you like. If you like Eastern Carolina, I would play the under.
East Carolina.
Yeah,
not
I would
Eastern.
play the over with Michigan. And to me, I just don't see it. I don't see how it's the opposite.
No, it's not going to be the opposite. It won't happen that way.
Yeah. All right, I got to hit. I got freaking 2 meetings back to back here to finish the day. So have a great opening week 1 of college football, everybody. Lenny, keep up the good work. Twins, don't lose too much because Eastern Carolina. That's what I'm gonna call you rest from now on. Eastern Carolina. That's that. Lenny, if they win this week, they're East Carolina. From rest, if they get smashed, they're Eastern Carolina. Just
if they cover, we're East Carolina. I'm not looking to win. Cover.
Earn that. Earn the East, not the East.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it.
You got to earn that. Yeah.
It's like getting a little Buckeye for the Buckeye helmet. This is like you earn your name here.
With the
Ohio not a Buckeye. It's a pot leaf. Ohio State has pot leaves on their helmets. Ban them from college football.
All right, boys. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Craig Trapp.
Eastern Carolina.
Eastern. Who the hell? What is Eastern Carolina? Where is that? Is that a place?
I have no idea where Eastern Carolina is.
All right, the teacher said we're out.
Unless you're probably talking about the coast.
He don't know. He's from Ohio. You know that Ohio public education.
With the Ohio State.
Yeah.
No, it's the Ohio Bobcats.
Not last week.
No. And that was one of the easiest fades on the board for me.
Good job, Nick. Congratulations.
I remember you and Dave got into a heated argument over the MAC and the Mountain West.
Because the MAC is better.
It's not
wrong.
It's not. That's
oh my God. The MAC will run over everybody all day long. Dave is wrong. I love Dave. Dave, I consider Dave a friend. He's a good person.
Hold on. Shout out to Dave. By the way, Nerd Talk tonight, 7:45. Make sure you guys hop on the live stream. Anyways, but go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if you haven't followed Dave from Picks from Dave, you should on YouTube. Good dude. Overall, just great dude. And not a fucking bad handicapper. There you go. 43 minutes into the stream, and I said the F word.
Yeah, good job.
That's a good job. That's
a good job, Lenny. That's a good job. I'm proud of you.
You know the over-under is like 3 minutes. So you don't want to know why, because we got right into it and I didn't talk about contests. That's why. That's probably why. But Dave says the Mountain West is better athletically than the MAC, and I disagree wholeheartedly. But whatever. I don't know where we were going with that. I will make parlay money line bet against all three top rookie quarterbacks. Are we talking about the NFL?
That sounds like it.
Got to be, right? Week 1. So who's your rookie quarterbacks?
So you're fading. So you're grabbing Atlanta against Carolina.
I'm kind of interested in
You're
Carolina.
grabbing Jacksonville against the Colts.
Don't like that.
And you're
that's just
grabbing...
listen, that game screams tie. I might sprinkle on
who else is
overtime.
a rookie quarterback coming in?
Nick, you know that's probably plus money.
Yeah,
that's plus 800, if not more.
Who else is a rookie quarterback?
Who's the third rookie?
Bryce Young.
Carolina.
So you've got Baltimore money line, bold. They're the biggest favorite on the card.
CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud.
Yes, CJ Stroud. Sorry.
I like the Texans plus the points there.
So he likes Baltimore, Atlanta, who's a 3-point fave, and Jacksonville, who's going to be the biggest public team of the week.
I'm telling you right now, I don't think
the Colts are going to be good. I think the Colts win week 1.
Listen, I'm a fan of Anthony Richardson, but I'm just saying that
AR-15 is going to be good, yeah.
I think he's going to be really good.
I think he needs to work into
he's the quarterback for the Colts' future. I'm just saying rookie quarterback, rookie year. Let that boy make mistakes. Let him make mistakes. Let him learn. Let him grow. You know what I mean? He's getting thrown into the fire, so we got to have a little bit of just a little bit of leniency on his ass. But I don't hate that parlay.
I can see the Colts winning. I can see Carolina winning.
I see Colts winning.
I don't see
Carolina.
the Texans winning.
I don't listen. Bryce Young.
I kind of want to grab Texans plus the points though.
I do like the Texans plus 10, and
I'm starting to try to figure out who I want to put in for my 5 for the Pub Sports Radio contest that I'm in.
Yes,
Cleveland is guaranteed one of them. I'm thinking the Colts are going to be another one. I'm thinking the Jets. I'm thinking the Giants. And I'm probably going Green Bay.
So the Giants are going to be good this year. I'm going to say it out. I'm going to say it out loud one time for your ass. And I think the Giants are going to be good this year and possibly take that division.
I don't. No, I think they're going to finish last place. But I'm grabbing the home dog on Sunday Night Football.
Listen to me when I say this, because people out there are going to give me a lot of shit for this. The New York Giants have the best tight end in football. Currently.
Ooh.
Currently.
Darren Waller.
I get it. Give me all the shit you want. That's fine.
I would still rather have Kelsey.
All right.
But Darren Waller's not in that offense. Travis Kelce gets played down a little bit because he's in that offense. And then he don't get nothing. And then until there's 2 minutes left. And then it's like, 40-yard dunking over the middle because nobody guarded Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, I'm not trying to take anything away from Travis Kelce, George Kittle, or anything like that. I'm just saying that talent-wise, I think Darren Waller's more talented, but they're in better situational offenses that showcase them more than Darren Waller was showcased in the Raiders. And I think Daniel Jones is going to use the shit out of Darren Waller, and he is going to be a very big contributing part of that offense.
I think Daniel Jones has a bad year.
But by the way, Detroit Letty, you mentioned you wanted to know what to bet the tie would be for that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't find a tie prop, like an exact tie prop. But here's the ways you would want to maybe approach it. You can do the halftime, full time, the double results. Jaguars and tie is 30-1. Colts and tie is 28-1. Tied at halftime, tied full game is 55-1. If you want to bet the game to go to overtime, which you need overtime in order to have a tie, 12-1.
Hold on. So it's
I guess it was about
hold on. It's a bigger number for Jacksonville and a tie.
Jacksonville first half and tie
is a bigger number than Colts first half and tie.
Correct.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're basically saying Jacksonville wins that first half.
No, they're saying that
the Colts
win the first half.
Maybe the Colts first half will be one of my favorite plays week 1.
That's what I was questioning.
Had a really good year last year, and I think they take a little step back this year.
Who?
Jacksonville.
Yes, 100%. Their schedule is rough,
Right.
They will win that division by default because the Colts, Texans, and Titans will end up winning, I don't know, 12 games combined.
Brock Bowers is the fastest tight end in football.
Brock Bowers.
It's fair. You guys want to review my fantasy football lineup?
Not really, but we'll watch it. We'll look at it anyway.
All right, perfect. I appreciate you guys. Bear with me.
I'm
telling you right now, I've already. So in this league, I'm the commissioner, by the way. So whatever. It's 12-person league, no keepers, no nothing like that. We randomize the draft order. It's just for fun. It's just some of my buddies and some of their wives and whatever. It's just a lot of smack talk. It's a $50 league.
No.
It's like $500 in prize money, and then we get like a $100 trophy that I buy. I'm bound and determined to buy my self a championship belt and start collecting them. But let me see here. Mandy's husband. How do I get to this?
Mandy's husband.
That's the name of my
that's a fantastic name.
Yeah, because hers is Sassy Pants. So if I lost the week 1 matchup of me and her when we started this league like 3 years ago, she got to name my team and I got to name hers. Whoever won got to name the other person's. It was supposed to be for the remainder of the year, but I just left it and it just became.
What would you have chosen for her if you beat her?
That's a good call. I didn't
number one Packers fan.
No.
You don't want to get a divorce. That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. It would have probably been something inappropriate that I shouldn't say on TV.
Well, then just mention to us later. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Something with balls deep. I don't know. So, okay, here's the
I love it already.
Here's the roster. I doubled up.
I love it already.
I know you do.
No,
so what's going to happen when Aaron Rodgers is hurt by week 3?
No problem. No problem. I got you down here. Kenny Pickett and the George Pickett.
I would start Pickett. I would start Pickett.
I was about to say, I love the fact that you have a correlated lineup with a quarterback with one of his wide receivers. That is very smart.
As a backup, I have the same thing.
Pickett and Pickens too.
Pickett and Pickens.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, and Bijan was my first. So let me get to the draft. Maybe I could show you how it went down. Here we go, draft. Oh no!
By the way, Nick's still in the one tournament. I'm at over $1 million.
Oh, nice! I got bounced earlier.
Got 4 players.
Okay, so here's kind of my draft order. I got Bijan at 10, 12-person draft.
Garrett Wilson.
And I was 10. So that was my first round pick. Then I went Bijan and then Garrett Wilson. Because I figured I could get Garrett at 15 after picking Bijan.
I like that.
I panicked and kind of needed receivers. So, because, go 15 to 34 now. I went Debo and George Pickens. And David Montgomery is going to have a decent year. He's going to be handed the rock a lot. He's going to get yardage. Jamar Gibbs is playmaker, and he's going to be lined up in the slot more, and he will be running the ball. But whatever. Darren Waller, 6th. And then Rashad White, whatever. From there, I went back up, though. And then Aaron Rodgers, I didn't get him till the 8th pick.
Nice.
Sam Laporta might have been a homer pick for me, Detroit tight end.
You should definitely go and
he's a backup to Darren Waller. I only need him to play 1 week.
You should 100% go and pick up Keaton Mitchell. He's a running back for Baltimore. He's going to be fantastic this year.
That's fair. Yeah.
He was an ECU Pirate.
That was my.
He played for ECU. Deuces.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Somebody drafted Tom Brady.
That's not a bad approach.
It might have been my. So it was
when he sees how bad Baker Mayfield is, he'll come in and replace him.
To be fair, I remember I had a draft and I late drafted Aaron Hernandez after his murder. So
after charge, alleged.
I drafted Chivo after he retired. Allegedly.
I keep this in the banner because I'll get off on some rants and then whatever. No. So she drafted. It was my buddy's wife, Katie. Love Katie. Katie. We love Katie. Katie helped me out.
Yes.
Katie helped me learn Canva. So Katie, shout out.
Shout out to Katie. Yep, 100%.
Yeah. Everything we do Canva related. It was because Katie taught us.
Katie.
Katie was like the third from last pick of the like 12th round or whatever it was, right? Very last round, and she drafted Tom Brady. Didn't draft a kicker. It drafted Tom Brady. And she goes, knowing well, and everybody in his chat lose their mind in the chat, right? They lost their mind. They're like, he doesn't even play. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's like,
literally, you can drop Tom Brady and pick up a kicker.
That's all she's going to do. She's like, she's already done it. She goes, I just wanted to see everybody lose their ever-loving mind. And they did, too. They 100%. I was one of them. I was privately texting her going, Katie, he's retired. And she's like, I know, Leonard. I know.
You don't need to mansplain it to me.
You know what? Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
So we're doing our draft, right? And I'm in my man cave here in the corner of our room. It's not really a man cave. It's more like a man cubby.
Man corner.
Man corner, yeah. And I'm yelling to Mandy in the kitchen through the house, right? Like, and her dad and stepmom's over or whatever, and they're having dinner and everything. And I'm, Mandy's drafting like an adult from her iPad and at the dinner table, and I'm like, I can't eat dinner. I can't have family dinner. I got a damn fantasy football draft. I'm yelling. So I'm yelling at Mandy. I'm like, draft a running back. You drafted 4 wide receivers in a row. You need a running back. And then she drafted Daniel Jones. Yeah.
All right, so we know who's not going to win the league.
And then her thing, she yelled back at me, he runs sometimes. And I'm like, no, babe, no. So, but she thinks because she got Christian McCaffrey, she had 3rd overall pick. She had Christian McCaffrey. Here's her team. Let me pull up her team.
I would not want Christian McCaffrey.
I love Christian McCaffrey. And
yes, but he's
going to stay healthy.
Way too injury prone, and I do not want I do not want a 1st round pick that has a chance at missing half the season.
Where's she at? Sassy pants. Here we go. Justin Herbert, I don't hate her lineup.
Yeah, she doesn't have New York Jets on her team, so you win automatically, Lenny.
Devontae Smith, Christian McCaffrey, J.K. Dobbins, Dallas Goedert, Deontay Johnson. Here's that Daniel Jones pick when I told her you need a running back. She drafted Daniel Jones before.
That's the future MVP right there, Daniel Jones.
There you go. There you go, Mandy.
You really are.
I don't.
Belly bomb, 1-0 Cubs.
Yay, go Cubs go. I forgot the game was going on right now.
I know. We have baseball on. Great. By the way, Tate said, I can't read what he said because it involves color coordinated stuff. And he said that, basically blue and yellow is way better than purple and gold.
Oh yeah, duh.
He said that you guys look like fake Lakers.
That's more hurtful.
Yeah,
I might be making this shit up just to stir the pot, but it is.
All right, cool. Did you see that? Even the Michigan band was rooting for ECU.
Well, you got to keep in mind most bands learn the opponent fight song.
Oh, they do? Okay, never mind.
For the halftime show, yeah.
They do?
You just totally let the air out of everything Tim Earl had going on right now. You just ruined his day.
I was excited because I saw the Michigan band playing EC Victory. I got all excited, and then screw you.
I did not know that. I didn't know. But I guess that makes sense. It's not like the road team's band is traveling.
I remember I remember ECU band traveled down to Birmingham, and that was fun.
Do you think they play the song like in a different key on purpose? Like if the Michigan band is playing the ECU fight song, do you think they play it a different level?
Do you want to bring up the video?
I have the video.
Yeah, Tim, roll video.
Okay.
Don't get us.
Are they going to be able to hear it?
Trouble though.
They shouldn't be able to get in trouble, huh?
I don't know. We get in trouble for all kinds of shit. I sang one day and got banned on YouTube for. I got a neck because I sound so good voice wise.
I'm not sure if you're going to be actually able to hear it, but
I hear it.
Yeah, let's start playing it.
love that this is the Michigan band.
Yeah, so I don't know. Nick sent me that. I got a lot more excited about it, but I guess Nick's saying that everybody has seen it before, so whatever.
Yeah, I've heard that other bands do it too.
I mean, it sounds like a more complicated song because that other song that they have for Michigan is like stupid. Stupid.
It's Michigan, so
it's just stupid. So, tell them what you guys got going on before we get out of here, where to find you. I know you guys will be on Dave's thing tonight. Plug that.
It's also on ESB too. Yeah, the Nerd Talk Capper Collective. And then tomorrow, starting at 12, all day long.
Nick, what's the name of that stream?
Football. It's the let me get up the name of the stream real quick for it and then come back to me.
Oh, okay.
Come back. I have to get it up.
It's the world's longest or unnecessarily long stream or whatever. Damn, how did Dave put it?
Yeah, it is the super mega unnecessary long all day college football stream.
Great.
Fair enough. Catchy, very catchy.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful. So
of course.
Allegedly, that's
Allegedly.
I'm telling you, I've used this banner more in the last week than I ever have.
Well, allegedly you have.
Allegedly
you have.
Allegedly, yeah. Tell them about this, Tim Earl.
Season passes for NFL and college football. Everybody has them, but me and Nick will be putting up a lot of plays, probably close to around 250 plays for NFL, probably about 600-700, Nick, for 400 or 500 for college football combined. Right. Pretty solid, like 7, almost 800 plays for the two of them. So lots and lots of stuff. We started off the week last night 2-1. We had UConn plus points. We had UConn under. We did have Kent State, but I believe we're like 3-4 to start the college football. But I don't really week 0, whatever. We're getting into the actual games now, so I'm excited for it.
I like it. Don't forget, guys, you over at picksandparlays.net. Use the promo code NCAAF. That'll save you 20% off the entire site. We did the math here. This isn't Detroit Public School math. Multiple people have done this. If you buy both for $7.99, use the promo code here. It's actually cheaper than just buying the NFL package.
Wow.
Well, pack without the code.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Allegedly.
Listen,
this is Sean Higgs.
Wait, hold on. Isn't the code NCAAF now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Yep. 20% off the entire site. So I preach packages all the time from these guys. I get you get more, but a smorgasbord, a buffet, if you will, from these guys. You get everything and you get volume. And then you kind of sip through, and if you don't want it all, you can at least where they stand on everything, pretty much. But packages is where it's at. You want volume, you want as much as possible there. In that situation, you get you more bang for your buck. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Bet, Win, Repeat show, as always, Monday through Friday, 1:00 Eastern. Thursday night football show starts next Thursday. Watch me lose my ever-loving mind while the Lions. Well, either way, we're going to have some drinks and talk some football. We will also probably preview some Friday college games, maybe break down, the weekend slate. We'll be talking football, a lot of football, but the main goal of the Thursday night football show.
Chiefs alternative spreads and stuff like that.
Yeah. The main goal is to make some money on Thursday night football. And probably antagonize me a little bit here. And
that's half the fun.
I'm going to take, I'll definitely take my blood pressure medicine prior to the show. Don't worry, folks.
That's a good idea.
Please don't die on the stream. We don't need the legal consequences there.
Well, you're going to have to watch along, folks, just in case I, have a coronary and fall back. And Tim's got to come in and end the broadcast and call 911.
911, what's your emergency? Yeah, some fat guy just fainted.
Yeah. If you've turned into Picks and Parlays, Bet, Win, Repeat show, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, 911 operator. That's what I would say.
Damn right.
Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell for notifications. You'll never miss any of our live content, as always. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Good luck unless you're against this piece.